Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man giving you the truth, and today I am talking to married, saved, or professing to be saved / churchmen. Please understand something. You are not impressing God with taking the back seat to your wife, with always giving her her way. In fact, I would say you're not impressing him at all. You're going against what he laid out. You're going against the foundation that he laid, that you are the king, you are the tiller of the ground, and that she is the help. Y'all so worried about upsetting these women. Some of these women need to be upset, especially if they denying you sex but yet demanding faithfulness, especially if they're being disrespectful and inconsiderate and selfish. But some of y'all let y'all wives act like God is on her side against you. And why do you do this? Because a lot of the guys you trust and you call friends in your church are simps and are soft and are beta males. So you don't want to be the oddball. You don't want to look like you cause trouble. And deep down inside, some of y'all know them guys at your church is waiting for their chance with your wife. See, you can't handle the thought of your wife getting broke off by some other man better than you break her off. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about these women. Even if you better than him, she ain't gonna say that if she mad at you. She ain't gonna say that if you no longer with her. These women be trying to act like guys is gay, deadbeat. Oh, he had a gambling problem just because you play numbers in fantasy league. Oh, he wasn't paying his bills just because sometimes it gets hard and things don't always go right for him, man. All this negativity come out because people move on sometimes, because people change, and when the dynamic changes, sometimes it causes conflict, divorce / separation. But you ever notice how, and I've seen this many times, and you'll hear it, like, you know how women say, well, I didn't like you at first. When you break up with those women, when you break up with the woman that was avoiding you, and when you break up with the woman who you wasn't her first pick anyway, those always be the most disastrous ones. Unlike when you break up with somebody that have respect for you. When you break up with somebody who did their best, you just didn't do right. It don't be the same as when you break up with somebody that didn't want you anyway. The guy that they wanted was having babies with other people, wasn't doing right, so they settled for you. You the rebound guy. And then you wonder why, and a lot of people wonder why, and this is across the race. It's not just black people. Why are you having these problems? That's why. Because to be honest with you, a lot of you guys were not your wife's first choice. Think back. It'll help you. You start having problems, you start having all these disagreements and stuff like that. Think back to the beginning. And if you find that you were not the first choice, that's where it started. See, these women will have you thinking that it's because you did this, or you did that, or you didn't do this, or you didn't do that. Like I heard somewhere, romance is a fairy tale. You don't judge a relationship based on romance because it changes. It changes with energy levels when they diminish or they increase. It changes over time. So a lot of people, you ain't doing this, you ain't that. No, it's not that. You just don't want him. He's not what you want. And we talking to church men, a lot of church women, they want to dominate. They want to be the center of attention. They want to preach. They agree with Paul on everything except for when he told them to shut up. Everything else they go, well, Paul said, we're not under the law, we're under grace. Yep, and the Bible said that the Sabbath is forever. And what's the Sabbath? Law. The Bible says sin is the breaking of the law. But you had these pastors, you gambling, you a sinner. Listen, I think I've explained this probably 1,000 times over the years. If there is no law, you say, well, the Bible says don't covet. That's a matter of inner revelation. Only God knows when a person is covetous. He's the only one that knows that. Like he said, he searches the heart. He tries the minds and all of that. People don't know because you choose not to do something. You can't label another person as covetous. That's why the church is failing. Because it's too much combativeness and competition. And that's why marriages are failing too. Because there's too much combativeness. Well, you should have did this. Oh, yeah, I told you to do this. Oh, you didn't want to do that. Blah, 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 blah. That's why it's failing. That's why. That's why it's such a risk. Because the person that you walk down the aisle is not guaranteed and rarely ever is even going to be 50% of that person. 8 years later, 9, 10, it rarely happens. And listen. Stop judging these preachers yet you don't know what's going on in their house. I did it for years. Everything was his fault. Why did he do this? Why did he do that? But as you gain wisdom and you see how these women operate / get down, to be a little slang with it, you know everything ain't these guys' fault, man. Everything. If a person, okay, let me ask you something. If a person has the audacity not to talk to you for 3 months, right? Let's say you know a person that their wife, when she gets mad at her husband, she don't talk to him for 3 months. And let's say she gets mad at him like 3 times a year. That means that she only talks to him 3 months out of the year. So when he divorces her, you trying to tell me that he this, he that? Come on, man. How you gonna be with somebody that don't even talk to you? And if, like I always tell y'all, if it goes off, we just gonna end it from there. I don't know what's going on with this phone. I be having the space in the video just stop sometimes. But you guys, you think that you really doing something, you not. That's why the church is 75% women. Because masculine men ain't gonna go to these churches. Because they're gonna stand out like sore thumbs. Everything is them. Well, we wanna lay hands on you. You lay hands on me, I'm knocking you out. That's just how I would feel about it if some dude, because you get into it with your wife. Let's say I got into it with my wife, and she started going to another man's church, and he didn't, and they come over there as a group, thinking they finna lay hands on me like they perfect or something. Man, I'm punching you out. I'm doing you like Martin did David Allen Greer. Because see, some of these guys, they think they're untouchable. Yet if you are a man of God and you walking in the spirit, then you are. But once you start doing your own thing, thinking you above reproach, then that's when the Most High gonna look back and he might laugh at you when you get knocked out. Especially like it was a baseball player. His wife was messing with the pastor. He should have jumped on dude, man. He should have jumped. See, people is brainwashed by pastors. They think, I ain't gonna do nothing to him. Listen, if he's messing with your wife, then there's a very good chance that he's not even saved. That his name ain't even in the book of life. So stop thinking this stuff. We'll come back to this subject later. This is the truth, man. Talking to church men. You not doing nothing by taking the back seat. You better learn how to be the king. That's why the church is suffering, because real men, masculine men, they don't want nothing to do with y'all. Some of y'all do is clap with y'all hands straight and everything. Thanks for watching.